2025 is shaping up to be an incredible year for video games. And while the AAA titles are grabbing headlines, the indie scene is where so much of the innovation and heart is. So let's dive into some of the most exciting indie games you should definitely have on your radar this year. Let's take a moment to appreciate some indie gems from last year that are still worth playing before we dive into the new games of 2025. If you haven't yet played Animal Well in UFO 50, you're missing out. But now, it's time to see what's next. One of the most intriguing upcoming games is Promise Mascot Agency from Kaizen Gameworks, the team behind Paradise Killer. This open-world mascot management crime drama is set in Kasomachi, a cursed town filled with secrets. You play as Mishi, a disgraced Yakuza lieutenant forced to rebuild a failing mascot agency while uncovering the mystery behind her exile. We have to talk about Silksong. At this point, waiting for this game feels like a rite of passage. The follow-up to the beloved Hollow Knight puts you in the role of Hornet, exploring a whole new kingdom, mastering new acrobatic moves, and battling over 150 fresh enemies. We still don't have a release date, painful I know, but if it finally arrives in 2025, it's guaranteed to be a major event for Metroidvania fans. If you love roguelike deck builders, then Slay the Spire 2 is a big deal. The original game practically defined the genre, and now the Spire is back, evolved over 1,000 years. There'll be new characters, new cards, new relics, and new enemies, all requiring you to adapt and strategize on the fly. In Skate Story, you're not just a skater, you're a glass demon, cursed by the devil and told to skate to the moon. No big deal, right? This game is all about fluid movement, mastering tricks, and navigating the eerie neon-lit underworld. The mix of arcade-style speed and realistic physics makes it look incredibly satisfying, and the dreamy soundtrack ties it all together. From the creators of Life is Strange comes Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, a narrative-driven adventure set in the summer of 1995. You play as a group of friends making memories, but something happens that forces them to keep a dark secret for 27 years. Expect emotional storytelling, tough choices, and a nostalgic 90s vibe. From the team that made Celeste comes Earthblade, a mix of platforming and fast-paced combat. You play as Navoa, exploring a beautifully crafted pixel art world while taking on tough enemies. Unlike Celeste, which was purely a platformer, this game gives you a sword and throwing daggers to fight back. In Blueprints, you inherit a vast, constantly evolving mansion and must uncover its secrets within the limited time frame. The mansion resets daily, erasing rooms, clues, and items, so you'll have to be smart about what you explore and collect. It's part mystery, part puzzle adventure, and sounds like a fresh take on exploration games. This one's for players who love a challenge. Cairn, from the creators of Fury, is a hardcore survival climbing game. You play as Ava, a professional climber trying to conquer the deadly Mount Kami. Every climb requires careful planning. You'll need to manage your grip, your stamina, and your route, all while dealing with the harsh environment. From the creators of No Man's Sky comes Light No Fire, an open-world game set on a planet the size of Earth. That's right, this world is huge. The game focuses on exploration, building, survival, and even community building. You can play alone or team up with others to create settlements and shape the world however you want. It's an ambitious project, but if Hello Games pulls it off, it could be one of the most impressive indie games ever made. If you're into relaxing survival and crafting games, Solarpunk might be your next obsession. Set on floating islands, the game lets you build, grow food, and craft high-tech gadgets powered by solar, wind, and water energy. You can play solo or with friends, automate resource gathering, and even explore distant islands with your own airship. It's got a cozy, optimistic vibe, making it stand out in the survival genre. To wrap things up, let's talk about Unrecord, an upcoming first-person shooter that looks insanely real. Played from a bodycam perspective, the game puts you in the shoes of a tactical police officer solving crimes and engaging in intense shootouts. The hyper-realistic visuals have sparked a lot of debate. Some people think it's groundbreaking, while others find it unsettling. And that's just a taste of the amazing indie games coming in 2025. Which game are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments.